Welcome to the Tilted Takes podcast. Hey, how's it going? And welcome to the Tilted Takes podcast. I'm your host, Endless, and if this is your first time joining us, thank you for tuning in. If you are returning to listen once again, I'm glad you are enjoying. I am joined once again with my co-host, Panda. How's it going?
Thank God tomorrow's Friday.
It's been a long week.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Been just hours on top of hours this week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got new headphones, which is great. They work wonderful.
That is a plus.
You're having connectivity issues, and it works on your computer, but then your phone is also kind of, the in port is kind of messed up, so it's all sensitive. So we're trying to make it work.
Yeah, I just want to throw my phone through the wall right now. That's the point I'm at.
No, I feel that technology can be super annoying. So especially when you get something new like that.
Yeah. Just you get so hyped for the mic and then nothing wants to work with it. So
All right, so let's go ahead and get into the content for today's episode. We are, of course, previewing Friday Fortnite. It is week 8. There's a lot of great pairs. There's definitely some newer things that are happening. New pairs are kind of teaming up. We're seeing some great names continue to return to the tournament. Panda and I both have some exciting pairs that we are, looking at, that, some teams that we really think have a chance to win. It's going to be, I think this may be the best week yet. I don't know why. I just, we got some, HD, HighDistortion. He's back in the action again. He's got a new partner with Krafty, another TSM streamer. He's been playing with Dr. Disrespect, and now he's paired up with HighDistortion. Definitely people that are aware of each other. Panda, why don't you go ahead and tell them who they are playing first round, and let's break down probably the most talked about matchup right away.
they're playing the gods, the FaZe clan, TFUE and Cloakzy.
Yes, and that was the championship round in week 7, except obviously, sub out Krafty and Avery. But I guess Keem and the fans, because Keem picks all these matchups live and the fans kind of input, and he will do some things based on what fans want. But I guess they just wanted to see HD and the FaZe rematch immediately. I'm kind of disappointed. I'd like to see them on different ends. I'd like to see them not be on top of each other, but I guess that's what the fans wanted. It's going to be literally the match to watch. It's going to be a crazy, first round matchup, and we need to pick right now, because there's a solid chance that this will be the first match, and then whoever loses is going to run the losers bracket and reface the same team in the championship.
Yeah, they'll probably play again in the championship and then FaZe win for a fourth time.
Panda, is the episode over?
Fortnite boring.
Do we just end it there, that FaZe wins?
I mean, it could be. It's every single week. FaZe. It's insane, man.
Yeah, I don't know. That's going to be really fun to see HD and Krafty play against FaZe. It'll be really entertaining for me personally, just to see maybe a stream team, a TSM stream team, perform and do better than the TSM players. We have Myth and Ham. They're still paired up together, and then I'm pretty sure we have Daquan and Camille's as well. So, I mean, the TSM pro players definitely need to show up. They cannot get shown up by their streamers in the TSM org. They got to make sure they're the pro players for a reason.
Right? They got to go out there and represent and kind of show out a little bit. But I don't know. I mean, I know going back to this first matchup, I know the FaZe boys had tweeted out that it's the first round championship round kind of thing, joking about how like this is the match and what should be the championship round and stuff like that. It's just I don't know. Is it time for Keem to stop necessarily picking and start kind of seeding based on the week before?
Yeah, and
Maybe not so much everybody, but like do a 1 through 5 or
yeah,
1 through 6. Like know what positions people come in and seed them based on that. So you're not having this kind of first round match. Well, yes, it's something everyone wants to watch and it's going to get views, but does that take away from the tournament as a whole?
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, you could rank a lot of them and have a pretty decent ranking system and know number 1 through maybe even like 10, and then you're going to get into some other players that are just maybe more bigger entertainers, and they probably wouldn't be as matter when it comes to the ranking. But yeah, I mean, you definitely have a number 1, maybe a number 2 or 3 team, depending on where you put HG, just because he's relatively new, facing off right away. I mean, let's look at the other big names. King Richard and Aim by Calvin. I mean, they're playing Sean, Cloud TV, and Tenda. And personally, I don't know who they are, like off the top of my head. You have TSM, Myth, and Ham. They're playing. Oh, they're playing Svenos. So I mean, that is actually a really strong player. I don't know who Svenos' partner
Uh,
is.
that guy's good.
His
That guy
partner
is
is
very yes. I only
Feds.
know him a little bit from kind of like YouTube highlights and stuff like that,
Okay.
but very good. He was actually at the pro am.
Oh, sweet. So I mean, Daquan and Camille's, they're Pack a Puncher and Almighty. Those are people that have I've seen before in the Friday. So I mean, I personally I think the match to watch right away in round 1 would be there's 2 main ones for me. That would be the FaZe versus the HD and Krafty. And then we have the other really big news is NICKMERCS and Sypher. They've finally split up and they're getting some new teammates, and they're gonna try and see what happens with new teammates. I'm excited for that. Cypher's with FaZe, Geomock, and then 100 Thieves Parallax is with NICKMERCS, so that's pretty sweet.
100 Thieves sticking together, man.
Yeah, I mean, I like that they're kind of the orgs are playing together. Cypher not playing with Ninja yet, both the Luminosity,
I was
but
just gonna say that needs to be the next one.
I
Get
know.
that. I would love to see Ninja and Cypher play it very seriously together.
I wonder if Luminosity's like, hey Ninja, would you be willing to play with the other Luminosity guy? Because you see Dr. Lupo, he's been playing with Ginger Pop, who's also a rogue player. So they're kind of, sticking together as I mean, not all orgs play together, but look, you have Ricegum and Tenpo, that's FaZe. You have TFUE and Cloakzy, there's another FaZe. You have Scissors playing with Courage, there's a FaZe. You have FaZe Banks and
Courage is optic.
Yellow. What'd you say?
Courage is optic.
Oh yeah, Courage is Optic. Yes, true.
Literally in his name.
Optic Courage. But there's so many FaZe, so many FaZe people. Speaking of FaZe, we have a new pair in FaZe Rain and FaZe Blaze. I didn't know who they are, so I went to the Reddit, the competitive Reddit. I posted a little, a discussion board there talking about the new FaZe group, and I kind of asked some people. Let's see, I'm gonna Google it right now, see if it's changed. But I kind of asked for opinions. Like I personally am not a FaZe fanboy. I don't, cover and follow them closely. So I asked, who are they? Are they going to be a good pair? What's their background? And a lot of them said that they're. I have 18 comments on this thread. Come on, seriously, people are crazy. Anyways, um, they're OGs, I guess, in the FaZe group. They're the Call of Duty original content creators. They both have over 1 million followers on Twitter. So I mean, you definitely see Keem sticking to. Oh, they have tons of followers. They're the FaZe group. They're gonna bring in a lot of views. A lot of people are saying they're not good. A lot of people are saying that they are just going to be there more for entertainment and bringing the viewers factors. I don't know. Have you seen anything about these two yet?
No, I haven't. But I mean, like you said, it's Keem sticking to Keem. We talked about it a couple podcasts ago. It's just he's gonna go for the views. I think
Hmm.
that's what we've decided at this.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know. I don't have a problem with there being thousands of FaZe members in there. To me, again, I haven't really known who Keemstar is. I've known him a little bit through Drama Alert and just knowing of him, but I never never followed him. But to me, it just seems like he is really good friends with the FaZe group. So I feel like the FaZe members are in there just because of how good of friends he is with all of them, and it does make sense. They all have millions of followers, so they should be obviously all there together, but. I mean, whatever. I guess you have tons of TSM people in there as well, so I guess there's really no difference there.
Yeah. All right. So if you're not a FaZe boy, who are you? Who's your team right now?
If I have to pick an org that throughout the history of my esports career, who I've followed the most, it would be TSM. Older League of Legends TSM, I definitely watched a lot, and then going into Vainglory, I was a really big fan of the TSM group there. I mean, I've been a Cloud9 fan every once in a while, but if I have to pick an org, it would be TSM. Recently, now that I've been getting more and more into like Nadeshot and following him, I'm really liking 100 Thieves. So
Too on the
Fortnite may
bandwagon
change
stuff.
me. I don't know. It may change me to 100 Thieves, but I feel like if we're gonna jump, I'm jumping now, and I want to jump ship to 100 Thieves. I think it's a good time.
That's where I'm
Their
going.
league team's doing well. He's got a pretty solid squad for Fortnite. I think I may become the 100 Thieves fanboy.
I'm all about it, man. For me, kind of the first real team I ever followed was Optic. Kind of originally getting into the competitive Call of Duty side. But yeah, no, I totally agree. Right now for me, it's 100 Thieves. Obviously, my brother's been big on them, and I've been following them a lot. I think
Hmm.
that's where I'm going. I think that's jumping that bandwagon now before it's called bandwagon.
Yeah, for sure. We're looking at Avery and Thief coming back together again. They have a really good matchup as well. This is more of a sleeper matchup than I would say a lot of
Together
people.
again? When did they play?
Avery and Thief, didn't they used to play together all the time? Oh, Typical
Avery and Night
Gamer
Mid,
is.
homie.
I was thinking of Typical Gamer.
It is not our days.
It's not our day. It's okay. Sometimes I make things up, right?
Connection problems. You got info problems.
Hey, we're allowed to make things up. I've said that. We don't get everything right 24/7, right?
No, it's all good. It's all
We're
good.
supposed to
I'm
throw
just
each
trying.
other under the
I'm,
bus.
I'm just trying to help you out.
No, thank you. Keep the record straight. Make sure I'm not throwing bullshit at our listeners. Anyways, Avery and Thief.
Phase courage, even though optics is.
I did not say phase courage. You must have misheard me.
No, you said phase people playing together. Like you said, a bunch of orgs playing together, and you said phase, scissors, and courage.
Well, I guess I meant to just name Scissors because he was with phase. Panda, I will
I,
come over there and
I'm done.
slap you.
I'm done. I'm done.
All right. Anyways, back
I'm
to
done.
my original point. I think the Vicstar Noah J matchup versus Avery and Thief will be a pretty good one, especially with Noah J literally has some insane clips. Like he does some insane things.
Also, part of 100 Thieves now.
Yes, he is. They need to put the freaking 100 Thief tags in front of their name so I can not forget that.
That is such a key for me right now with any org, especially the really small ones, because there's just so many people to try to learn right now.
For sure. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm trying to look through the rest of the matchups and see if there's any big ones that we need to mention. Um,
I like the Lupo Ginger Pop Courage Scissors matchup.
yeah.
That's kind of a couple of my streamers I like to follow.
Yeah, Ginger Pop has been playing Lupo, and if there's room, Courage also plays sometimes. We actually saw a little bit of Hysteria also playing with them in and out as well. There's been some interesting combos in that stream team that they always play together. Speaking of Ninja and Hysteria, we haven't talked about them yet. Let's look at their side of the bracket. Let's look at some of the matchups we may see in the future for them. How's it going to go this week, do you think, for Ninja and Hysteria? 1 week under their belt together, some practice together. Um, I mean, they do have Myth and Hamlin's on that same side. They also have a pretty strong team from Nick, Parallax, or Sypher and Jomac at the end. Do you think Ninja and Hysteria will make it to that important? What would it be? Round 4 when they would probably face either HD, Krafty, or the FaZe group.
Now round four would be
The
the
semifinals to get into, or
Cipher or Nick matchup.
right, and then the winners would be
Right. Okay, my bad. I misunderstood.
yeah,
Misunderstood.
yeah.
Um, I think Ninja and Hysteria will be fine round one. I think round two they'll be fine. Round three could run into some problems with the winner of the Lolito and Svennos versus Mytham because I think now that Svennos actually got a partner,
Mm-hmm.
I think that could be somewhat of a sleeper there. Um, yeah, I mean that round three and round four are going to be big questions for them. It's gonna take some good RNG. It's gonna take some balling out for sure. But I mean, can you ever count out Ninja and any teammate he has?
No, I would say no. He did have some pretty bad RNG when it came to that Nerd Out tournament. He had some bad luck there, so it'll be interesting to see if Hysteria and Ninja continue like being pretty hardcore, making some good rotations, some good call outs and decisions when it comes to how they play each match. A big thing that actually we could and we should start talking about more on the podcast when we do these Friday Fortnights is looking at weekly challenges, right? Because weekly challenges actually can be a huge influence on play styles for people. We saw last week was Salty. Salty was where people wanted to get the kills or anywhere where you need chests, right? So I believe I'm looking it up right now, but I'm pretty sure the chest for this week is Moisty. So do you think teams will go
No way.
Moisty because there's so many people that are
No
gonna land there?
way. I mean, some people will. I mean, I know I just said no way, but some people will, I'm sure.
No way. I'm sure some people will.
But I mean, like so I don't know. Some of the people I watch and the majority of people I watch and hear from like swear they will never go to Moisty.
Mhm.
But maybe it does change. Maybe the strategy goes into it a little bit more and they do go there. But see, it's a risky play because if you get stuck in the mire, you can die so fast.
Yeah. So I mean, here's the main ones. We have Search Chest and Moisty Mire. There's 7 of them. And then it's really eliminate opponents in Anarchy Acres. So, I mean,
That'll be more popular.
yeah, the farms, and that's not that's not crazy far. That's you can get good rotations if you land Anarchy for sure. So I mean, a lot of people will be going there.
Way better
Moisty.
than Moisty.
But look how much materials you get from Moisty, man, and you get all the mushrooms for the shield.
Materials as in wood? Like
Yeah.
that's there's no no brick or
That's all you
steel.
need is just 999 wood. You're good.
Yeah, that doesn't take long.
That's one of the craziest things about these types of tournaments is it's obviously kill based. So a simple thing like those challenges really affect because we talked to not we did not talk. I don't know why we said we talked, but we listened to Ninja a lot through that last tournament, and he kept saying over and over like, "Oh, I can't go Moisty. Why would you go to Moisty right now? There's such a like 5 people land on each house because everyone wants the chest at Salty. Sorry, I don't know what I was saying, Moisty or Salty, but like you can't go Salty and not have a million people there. The RNG chances are insane, and Myth and Ham always land Salty. Like that's definitely risky. It's something that you can either slay out or you die immediately and you're gonna lose.
Yeah, it's something that you don't think about or like the I guess normal person or average person doesn't really take into account, but we'll
hmm
see. We'll see. I don't think it'll be as big a deal this week just because of how moisty is.
Yeah, we're recording relatively late on a Thursday night. I'm hopping on for sure after this and just checking to see who's practicing. I know tons of the players practice Thursday nights, so I'm definitely gonna look and see if there's anyone talking about their strategies or like trying to figure out what places are gonna be really strong for them to land. Ninja is a big person who likes to land somewhere safe and gear up and rotate to a pretty hectic spot. That's kind of what Ninja has always done. So we'll see if he plays more aggressive. Myth and Ham, people say Myth is not aggressive enough for this type of format when it comes to like all you need is kills. Some people think he's more of that pro style turtle, get the win. I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I guess it just depends on the game, but there's tendencies where
I
Myth
can see
isn't
that.
very aggressive and he definitely does play safe and makes right decisions. But that's not always how you need to play this tournament. You see tons of times you're just launch padding to a new location just to hope to find someone. You obviously wouldn't make that choice in a pro match, but it's interesting to see different play styles based on what type of game we're in.
Definitely, it's just one of those things that makes this tournament fun to watch. You have so many different aspects, whether it's strategy or the the entertainment value of the player or someone you think's gonna slay out or whatever. There's a lot of different things that go into what what's gonna make you watch a specific matchup or watch the tournament as a whole, and it's just fun because each matchup alone could be something different.
hmm Yeah. I'm looking here. I think for real quick, we should try to find some pretty exciting round 2 matches. I'm excited to see Deej and Mongrel, DG, I don't know how to say his name, of course. I'm terrible at pronouncing names.
They're hard.
But Mongrel and just, this Team Secret kid, and if he does play and they do show up, and how they can, because that's the end of the top bracket. I mean, if he plays well with this other guy, he's a pretty a popular dude, Mongrel's partner. But they're up against Banks. He's on PlayStation. And Yellow's extremely good player. He plays with HD all the time. Or he plays with, I guess, probably HD as well, but he plays with Dakotas a lot. But that'll be a good matchup second round if Mongrel and can go up against either Avery Thief or Vicstar and Noah. That'll be a good second round matchup. I think up top we could have a King Richard, Aimbot Calvin versus Daquan and Camille's. That'll be pretty good for sure. I really do think this round, besides a few names, we're going to see a lot of the big names make it to round 2 unless there's a lot of upsets. There's been some weeks where a lot of big names are first rounded and we have a pretty exciting losers bracket early on. But I think this week
$10 says C's gets first rounded.
C's gets first rounded, and then does he make the decision? I don't know. He's against those quote unquote PlayStation players that I for some reason think they play mouse and keyboard. I can't confirm or deny it, but season OP have to carry that and try to get past those kids.
No faith, man. I just don't trust it. No reason to look at C's at this point and go, yep, get out of round 1.
C's needs to stick to Mario Tennis. That's what he's been playing now.
I love C's, man, but he drives me nuts sometimes.
He's an entertainer. I don't know. He's like Tim. Like, does Tim truly belong in Friday Fortnite? No. Has entertainment value, obviously.
He's had his moments, though.
He has. Yes, he has. That's true.
Although, helped a lot.
Say that again?
I said Reaver helped a lot.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, he said that he's not playing this Friday, obviously. We are talking about the bracket right now, but he's hoping next Friday he'll get in. That'll be interesting to see who he goes after. If he goes after one of his normal buddies that they stream together with, because they're kind of all taken, pretty locked down, unless him and Courage team up. But, I mean, personally, I like to see Courage with someone pretty good, because Courage is good. So if Courage has a good partner, they definitely could, make a pretty decent move into the deeper into the rounds. But I just love Tim. I mean, if he's not streaming,
Fred, funny.
Yeah, he just some high quality content.
Me, the fall compilation.
That was hilarious. That was pretty good. Tim damage. Tub to Sim. All right, let's see. Let's end this. Let's wrap it up. We're a quick episode, right? This is what we do. We just get these content out. Our short prediction episode. Panda needs to break his phone in half. Let's do it. Let's put our money on a team. I'm gonna let you go first, and then you can claim yours, and I'll pick a different one. Go for it.
Give me Ninja and Hysteria this week.
Oh snap! That is. I thought for sure you were just gonna jump on FaZe.
No, I refuse. I refuse to pick them because you could pick them every week, and that's no.
It's a pretty safe bet, yeah. I really like Krafty and HD. Like, I'm not saying Avery was bad at all. Like, Avery's pretty good, but I just think with Krafty playing with HD in the past, I don't know. I'm going with HD. I think HD has.
I think this is a good time to see how good Krafty really is, not having to carry or deal with Doc.
Doc's nonsense. All right. I mean, even HD and Krafty, there's a solid chance they lose first round and they make a pretty deep comeback to come back to the finals. That's a solid chance. Underdogs. Let's go ahead and look at some underdogs here. It's kind of hard to pick them. Let's try to find a team that maybe hasn't been in the finals or haven't won. That kind of limits our underdogs, but
I'm going for the true underdog in Lolito, F Dez, and Sven.
Okay, yeah, that's actually a great pick, especially since you've seen the F Diaz or whatever his name is, seen some clips from his. If he's a strong player, then that could be a deadly combo. I like that a lot. I'm gonna pick Sypher and J-Omok. Who did FaZe that J-Omok guy play with last week? He played with someone decent, right? Do you remember?
Tempo?
Yeah, was it? They were both FaZe crew. I think it may have been. Um,
I don't know. There's so many of them.
I'm interested to see that combo, and I like Sypher a lot. I really like Sypher. I'm starting to like him more and more, especially with his educational YouTube series. He makes some great videos about how to win, and it's pretty helpful. I mean, if you're a PC player, he does more PC strats, I guess. But
Have they
Sypher's.
have they gotten you to get a second win yet, there, PC boy?
Hey, I have 3 wins now. Thank you very much.
Oh, three solo wins.
Yes, the my last 2 wins were like pretty lucky, but I didn't
Like
like.
they died in the storm and you didn't have to do anything.
No,
No.
like the one was I was actually like just focusing on doing challenges, so I landed in a weird spot. I ended up running around and I was picking off like no skins. I had like 4 kills and I was just doing challenges. It was like I
Yo,
forget. I
look out, world.
I don't even.
Friday Fortnite
Oh,
next week.
shut up! I will kill
Endless,
you.
endless going for the slay out.
If I'm going, you're going with me. You're my partner.
All right, bet we're winning.
Now you got
Give
those.
me, give me TFUE and Cloakzy first round. I want it.
Well, now that you got those fade grips on that controller, those they make your
Hey,
game much better, right?
yeah,
What's our discount again for our lovely listeners?
15% off any purchase with discount code LLAMA, LLAMA.
Yes, you can visit our Twitter page to find Fade Grip's Twitter page if that's how you want to go about it. But at Tilted Takes, then you can find a little sponsor tag in our bio, and you can do all that there for PlayStation, Xbox, that kind of stuff. Nice little grips on your joysticks. It makes your game, it feels a little more comfortable, right?
Yes, for sure. And their controller skins are sexy. My
Oh,
brother
yeah.
bought one because fan of the show and actually helping out a little bit.
Okay, okay.
They're nice. They're very nice.
Sweet. Well, you can up your game with just having a better looking controller. Maybe that will get you some wins. Um,
Look good, play good.
hashtag ad. Let's see. Did I pick? We picked our money and our underdogs. So sweet. I think week 8 is gonna be pretty interesting for sure. I just turned you
Yep.
off, phone. Why are you
I'm
dinging?
excited to see my picks do better again.
Yeah, Panda could be a for sure. One of these weeks we need to have real fun and just pick every first round and just keep a tally of how many we get right.
Real fun, like hit my head against the wall. Real fun, or
That wouldn't be fun. That'd be too much.
I don't know. No, it'd be fun. I just
We could just rapid
one of those
fire.
weeks, man.
First matchup. Boom,
One of those
boom.
weird day, man. I told you, just one of those nights.
Well, we kind of threw this together last minute, so we are doing it to ourselves by saying, "Hey, let's just record and just get this episode out." And of course, the technology issues. Neither of our brains are working. I have no excuse because I didn't do shit all day. I mean, you actually worked all day long, so
Oh yeah, 11 hours.
I got frustrated playing Fortnite. I mean, that counts, right?
I'm glad that some of my sarcasm is finally starting to show out. So there you go. Watch out, endless.
No, I need it. You know, I need to be put in my place sometime. You're like, what the hell are you talking about? Unless you're literally throwing fake news at our listeners. We don't need any of that.
Let me know if you need help spelling turtle again too.
Dude, turtle's a hard word. I mean, it's a hard word, man. I just said world.
Hard world.
I'm done. Podcast is over. Follow us on
Words are
Twitter
hard.
at Tilted Takes. Don't follow Panda. He's pointless. Follow me at Twitter at Endless55VG. If you are on iTunes, give us a subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Leave us a little comment if you are enjoying the show. Tell your friends. If you know anyone that loves competitive Fortnite, definitely be telling them about it. We're going to be moving forward, hopefully more and more working with FPL and Hunter, the FPL news board, doing more stuff with the news side of them, keeping up with all the news stuff they do. They also do some tournament things, hopefully in the future, but we know for sure we're going to be working with them on the news stuff, continuing getting news out to you guys with all the stuff they've been doing. So that's all I have. Endless is done. He's done talking nonsense. Panda, anything else from you?
Sub to Panda.
Sub to Panda. Hashtag sub to Panda. He also does some nice Tim damage. Ooh, shots fired. Thanks for hanging out today, guys. Thanks for listening. That's all we have for this episode. Until next time, GG's.